Hello students, welcome. Previously, lesson 8, form 4, topic 6, we were dealing with the first part of addition polymerization. So today, lesson 9, we are going to proceed to the second part of addition polymerization, and we are saying a polymer formed by addition of identical molecules will have a relative molecular mass that is an integral multiple of the relative molecular mass of that monomer. Next, we are saying if the relative molecular mass of a polymer and part of its structure is given, we are saying the number of monomers forming the polymer can be determined. So we are going to proceed to the examples. So let's do examples. We start with number 1. We are told a polymer has the following structure and has a molecular mass of 4,200. So this is the structure of the part of the polymer, or the polymer given. So part A of the question, we are told identify the monomer and draw its structure. So first of all, let's identify the monomer. What does that mean? Let's get first of all the repeating unit. Therefore, next we are going to draw its structure. Then when we check the first carbon, it's having 2 hydrogen. The second, it's having 1 hydrogen with a methyl. Then the third, it's having 2 hydrogen. So that means this carbon was having 2 hydrogen like the third carbon. Let's proceed to the fourth carbon. It's having 1 hydrogen up like the second carbon. Then it's having a methyl attachment like the second carbon. So that means the repeating unit is this one. So what will you do? You remove it first of all, because I have to identify. So it is like this. I'm having 1 hydrogen, another hydrogen there, then we're having a CH3 there. Then I have identified, so I have to draw its structure. So this bond here and this bond here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 bond there. That bond will share both carbon. So what am I going to remain with? I'm going to remain with 1 carbon with the double bond there on another carbon. The way you see here, if I take this bond and this bond, one of them, I put them there, what I'm going to have there will be 1 carbon with double bond, another carbon. Then check up there, we have 2 hydrogen up there. Then we're having 1 hydrogen and 1 CH3, 1 hydrogen with 1 CH3. So what does that mean? I have identified, then I've drawn the monomer. So this is how we draw the monomer. Then next, we are told part B, determine the relative molecular mass of the monomer. So we know how to get the relative molecular mass. So first of all, I ask myself, how many carbon atoms do I have in that monomer? 1, 2, 3. So I say 3 times 12, because the relative atomic mass of carbon is 12 plus. Then I ask, how many hydrogen do I have in this monomer? I'm having 1, 2, 3 plus another 3. Those are 6. So I say 6 times 1, because the RM of hydrogen is 1. So if I put all this in the calculator, what I'm going to get will be 42. So I proceed to part C. In part C, we are told determine the number of monomers in the polymer. Then we have a formula. If you want to get the number of monomers, the formula is I have to take mass, or the molecular mass of the polymer, then I divide by the molecular mass of the monomer. This will be equal to the molecular mass of the polymer is given as 4,200 or 4,200 in the question, then divided by the molecular mass of the monomer, which we have got at 42. So when we take 4,200 and we divide by 42, what we are going to get will be 100. So the number of monomers is 100. Then next, let's proceed to example number 2. We are told a section of a polymer has the following structure. We are told a sample of this polymer is found to have a molecular mass of 750, and we're asked to determine the number of monomers in the polymer. Then in bracket, we are given the relative atomic mass of hydrogen, which is 1, the relative atomic mass of carbon, which is 12, and the relative atomic mass of chlorine, which is 35.5. Then let's identify the repeating unit. That is, let's identify the monomer. Let's start. The first carbon is having 2 hydrogen. The second carbon is having 1 hydrogen. with the color attachment. The third carbon is having two hydrogen like the first carbon. Let's proceed to the fourth carbon. It's having one hydrogen like the second carbon. Then it's having an attachment of chlorine. So that means the repeating unit is this one. The way you see it's repeating itself. So if that's the repeating unit, let's put it down here. When you check this bond here and this bond there, we can condense it and we can put it there. So that's our monomer. So when you check here, we are having one carbon with two hydrogen. This is one carbon with two hydrogen. Then this bond here and this bond, we are going to condense it to make it one bond there. That's the double bond. Then we're having one carbon with one hydrogen, one carbon with one hydrogen. Then that's the Cl, that's the Cl attachment. So that means this monomer was chloroethene, but we have not been told to name the monomer. But if you were to name the monomer, it could be chloroethene. If we have identified the structure and drawn the structure of the monomer, we are supposed to get the molecular mass of the monomer. So for us to do that, we have to first of all know how many carbon do we have. We have two carbons. So we say 2 times 12 because 12 is the relative atomic mass of carbon. Then how many hydrogen do we have? 1, 2, 3. So we're going to have 3 times 1 because 1 is the relative atomic mass of hydrogen. Then how many chlorine do we have? We have 1 chlorine. So I say 1 times 35.5, which is still 35.5. So when I put all this in the calculator, what I'm going to get will be 62.5. Then next, number of monomers is given by molecular mass of polymer, which is given here 750, divided by the molecular mass of the monomer, which we have gotten 62.5. So number of monomers will be equal to 750 divided by 62.5. What I'm going to get there will be 12. So 12 will be the number of monomers in that polymer. So next, learners, we are going to proceed to the extended questions. We are having 2 extended questions. This is how number 1 look like. We are going to proceed to number 2. So learners, this is question number 2. And that's the end of our class for today. Thank you for watching.